Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you some tips for 4x4 last 4 centers using the YOW method. So if you haven't already, do check out my series. I've made a whole series using the YOW method on how to improve at 4x4 and where you can make use of the YOW method. So let's get right into this. So last 4 centers is the point where you finished your first 3 cross edges and you have them here on the left with once you do your cross on the left if you're a righty. And what you need to do now is make the remaining centers while preserving these 3 edges. So basically, to do any sort of U moves, you need to make sure that this empty slot is here on the face where you're doing the U move. And initially a lot of people face troubles with this because it's on the left side. So continuously having to move the left layer around to do your U moves is kind of weird. And my number one advice for this would be, don't treat it as left moves, rather treat this as 3R wide moves. So the thing you have to do is, say if you want to rotate to here, don't rotate the cube and do an L2, that's just not good. Instead just do a fat R2, get this bar here. Say I'm doing orange. Now this is free, so I can do this. So I get a bar here. And now if I have to go back here, I don't rotate, I do this. The advantage of doing this is that the pieces that are on the top are now with this free slot. When you have the free slot, you can do U moves to your luxury and at your own expense. So now this free slot, if I get it up here, I can move this. So the way to solve this case would just be this. That's it. It's that simple. And now say I need to make this green bar vertical. I can't do this, right? So instead of doing L and F, I do R and U. And then I continue like this. So instead of rotating, use your 3R wide moves. And while inserting, it's easy because this thing is very easy to get on your left using the R moves. So once you get used to that, it'll become a lot faster, and trust me, it's not that tough. So now on to some examples, and I'll just summarize here. Yeah, so just to summarize, if you have a bar on the left and you have something else, like say I have orange here and it's here, just if it's already here, then it's cool. If it's not here, then all you need to do is use all 3 layers to move, and don't do this and rotate. So just use these. Use it to your advantage as much as you can. Now say this is the next part where green needs to come here. So either you can do this, or if you're feeling like saving some moves, actually it doesn't really save moves, but say you wanted to insert a different way because of some case that you would set up, then what you could do here is bring this slot down and R prime FR U to get it to the left, and then do that. So the reason that that's a good thing is because this slot comes over here and it doesn't take all that much of effort. So, and now see here, I solved this and I immediately did this because I want to see these 2 center faces. So now this case, you just pair it, insert it. Another thing is, if it's here and needs to go here, don't insert it here first and then insert it. Don't do that. It's very, very inefficient. Just directly insert it with the U2, and then this is the last thing. So yeah, that's a summary of this. It's just those 2 things. One thing is to keep the R wide layer very versatile, and the other thing is, because of that versatility of the R wide layer, you can have this slot anywhere you feel like by turning a little faster. That's all you have to do. So yeah, on to some examples now. So here I just finished my first 3 cross edges and I'm gonna go into the last one. So I instantly see this because I was holding it like this, and I noticed that this blue, and I see this other blue, and I don't see any other green, so I'll immediately go with blue. So what I will do is this to bring it to the left, and then I see these. So what you could do is that, and then now instead of doing it like this, I'll do that. This is an advantage because RU moves are way better than LF moves. So now this is here, it's done. Next I get orange here, align it like this. So the way to align this on the left, instead of doing LF L prime, you can do fat R U fat R prime. That's it. So yeah, okay, what I did here was, so I had orange here and I inserted it into the bottom, and while getting the R2 prime back, I inserted the green bar here so that it would come here. So those small efficiency tricks will come around with more exploration, so just keep trying. And yeah, I'll just do one more example, hoping we get something good. Yeah, so here's the last example, and instantly I saw this orange thing. So the way I'll solve it is I'll get this here and move the bar to the left. Now I'll pair these here. In this case, since I want orange to come up here, I can do it with an L, R prime, F, R, L prime. Sorry, not L prime, F, L prime. So the reason that that's good is that it gets the bar on the right and it still keeps this empty. Like, see, now that you've solved this, you don't need this empty on the left, so you can be here. It's totally cool. So what comes here? It's blue. So you solve blue, and first I'll solve this. Since I saw this while solving that, I can align this way and insert blue like that. So don't hesitate to solve centers on either side of your first center, because it's not tough to get used to. And then this is the last case. It's very easy. So just have to insert green and insert this bar. But then you can't just do an F2, that will break this. So do an LF2, L prime. But don't do it like that. Instead, just do it like that. So just slowly, it's like this. That's it. So that's all for the examples. I will end this video by giving my thoughts on half centers. Half centers is a very interesting method where you solve 3 bars, 3 of your colors. You solve 3 of them on the left, and then you solve the remaining like normally, except now that you have these 3 bars solved, it's very few moves to solving it. And personally, I don't feel like half centers are necessary to get fast. I don't use half centers myself. I've never used half centers. But there are certain advantages to half centers, such as well, mainly it reduces your move count, like insanely reduces your move count. And the disadvantage would be that you have to set up those first 3 bars, and in my opinion that takes up the time that you would normally use to look ahead for other center bars. So yeah, personally I would not recommend half centers, but if you're still interested, I'll definitely link a video up here for a tutorial on half centers. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.